Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Great 3D. I'm Toby. I know it's been a while since I uploaded last. Probably not that long, but to me it feels pretty long. Um, I resumed school, so videos might not be coming out quite frequently for now. Anyways, so today we're going to do basically everything remaining with this car, all the texturing. Going to apply all my carbon fiber or not. I don't know, just do the remaining ones, which is this disc brake and this one and the Lamborghini logo right here, and what else? Okay, is that all? Okay, yeah, the blinkers, this one's on the side here, these ones. By the way, I separated it. Well, you know, it was joined with this one, so I separated it. You can just do that. Anyways, so let's get started with this one. Let's just select that one and hit / key to separate it. So this one, you want to, if you have a mirror modifier enabled for it, you have to delete it because it might not work very well with the material we're going to use. So once you've done the material, we can now add the mirror modifier, apply it, and for the other one, we will now duplicate the material and then invert all the coordinates. Anyways, let's just continue. So this one, I'm going to hit new material and name it disc brake or brake disc. Let's see. So this principled BSDF shader, we're going to give it a full metallic. So now Shift A and add in a gradient texture. We're going to start from the back. Shift A, add in the gradient texture here. Gradient, yeah. So now let's go into rendered view. Hold on. Okay. So now for this one, now hit Control T if you have the Node Wrangler add-on enabled. So now go from here to object to vector. Okay. So now Shift A, add in a mix node. Shift A. You can just search it here. I really don't know where this mix node is. So mix RGB. And just keep that here. So now let's Control Shift and click on this one to see what we got here. So now let's play around with the coordinates to get something that is facing here. By the way, this node setup is one I learned from the Natural Art Freak, one of his tutorial. I'll leave a link down below if you don't understand what I'm doing here. So let's just give this one a -1.5. I kind of wrote it down so I don't forget. -1.5. Okay, and the next one 0.82. The changes are quite tiny, so it will be hard for me to get it again, so that's why I wrote it down. So it's on -0.22. just follow along, it will work fine for you. So change this linear to spherical. So then you get exactly what we want here. So now, from this mix node, we'll connect the color to the first color here. Sorry, second color, and then the vector here will connect it to the second color. So now let's move this one back a bit. So now let's add in the noise texture. Shift A, texture, and then noise. Okay, so now we'll connect this color to the vector for the noise, and this noise size, we're going to give it something like 335 or 3500. Let's see how that turns out. Control Shift click. Sorry. Okay, no other changes there. So now let's add in a bump node. Shift A, add a bump node, vector bump, and put that in. Then connect this normal to the normal, and the factor to the height. So let's hit this principle and see what we got here. It hasn't really changed. So before you go on, press Z, go back to solid view and select this one, edit mode, and everything here on this line, let's select everything here like so. Select that, and then let's select everything on this side too. So after you've done that, just hit Y to separate it, and then P to separate that selection, or you just hit P to separate it, doesn't matter. So now this one, we're going to remove the material from this one. So now the material is only on this one, so now let's isolate that and get it. That's what we want. Okay, so now the color for this one, we're going to use a converter, color ramp for it. So let's shift A and take a color ramp, put that in. So the first color, which is the black, okay, let's just invert these first. Oh god, put this on the other side, and this one, change the color to something lighter, like this. Yeah, I think this is cool. Can adjust it later on if it's not good enough. So now let's connect this factor to the factor here, and let's duplicate this color ramp, 50, put it down, and we can now just invert these colors. Put this one here and just shift this one to the back. Okay, I think that's cool. So now this one, let's connect it to the base color, and then this one, let's connect to the roughness. Yeah, the roughness. And now for the final touch, let's go back to this mix node and increase the factor to a full 1, and we got what we want. Nice. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. So let's just go back from here, and then I select this. So now let's select this second one, just give it a basic dirt stuff. So now that will be very easy. So let's give it new material and name it dirt, DIRT. So we have our principal shader here, so let's just shift A, add a color ramp here and give that to our color. Yeah, so let's add a noise texture to the back, shift A, texture, noise, and just put that in. So Control T, object to vector, and factor to factor. So let's see how this looks. Scale is up. Tighten this a bit, not too much. Roughness, and give it some detail. Nope, not too much detail. Just leave the detail at 2. Decrease the scale a bit. Okay, this thing is hanging a lot. Okay, let's just see how this looks first. So let's give the first color, this black one, a kind of brown, dark brown. And this white one, a light brown or something. Oh, let's give it a what? Just a dark color. No, I really don't know what color good for dirt sha. Let's change this one a bit. Give it some metallic. You know what? The brown is a little too intense. Okay, you can just adjust the color till it looks right for you. Just decrease this roughness a bit. Yeah, I think that looks alright. So let's just leave it as it is. So now let's select this one again and use it for the back plate at what's behind it. So I'll select this and just assign this material and choose the dirt material for it. So that should do it. Yeah, that should do it. So let's just continue for this one here. This shouldn't be too hard. Let's just give it something, call it red. Oh, do we have material called red already? Red metal. Leave it at that. So now the color, wait, this stuff is extremely slow. I don't know why. Just give it red all the way, reduce the brightness and give it some metallic. It's become darker. Yep, increase it a bit. So now reduce the roughness a little bit and give it some clear coat to a full one. Yeah, I think that looks good enough. Oops, nope, no. I don't want to crash my system. Anyways, so we are basically done with that. So now let's move on to this Lamborghini logo here. So I have a little artifact here that's showing on the center here. If you have that too, so just go to the top view, edit mode, and then try to select everything on the border of the mirror modifier here, and then just hit X and delete faces because there's some faces under there. So now it's gone. So let's continue. Let's take this, isolate it, and let's get on with it. So first thing you want to do is unwrap it. Okay, we're already on UV editing, so let's open this place here and then change it to the UV editor. So now we are going to apply the modifiers on this guy. So mirror modifier, apply. So I think okay, that's all. So now let's go in here and select everything on this line, and then U, come down here, mark seam, and A, U, and unwrap this guy. So now all we need is everything on top up to this place that we marked here. So let's give it a new material and give it Lambo, just logo like that. So now we're going to add an image texture, shader, no, texture, image texture. So let's give that to the color, base color. So now for here, we're going to open and select the Lamborghini logo. I believe that was in the original file I sent in the part 1 of the video. If you don't have it, just go there and download it. I will leave a link in the description there again. So let's just get to it. Look for the picture, please, PNGs. Okay, it's right here. So open image. So that is the picture we have. So now I want to select everything here and select this and that. So as you can see, this is all we have here. So let's A here and then try to align it to the picture. So if you want to see what we're doing here, you can go Z and just go to render view. I don't like using the material preview. It's pretty slow, and at a time like this, it's just be unusable. So we're aligning it. You can see the changes there in real time. So let's just scale this up a bit. Oops. Just bring it here. Just try and line it roughly, and you can just do the rest by hand. Let's look at this very well. Okay, mind you, it won't be perfect at the end of everything, so I don't know, but it will look good anyways. So just try to align this as you think it's okay. Just open this. Just bring this one out. It's all coming out little by little. So just so I think we basically got the main shape we're looking for, the main color. So let me see, if we move this in, okay, let's try to move this in some more. I know some of you must have already been tired of this Lamborghini tutorial already, so I'll just, once we're done with this part, the next part would just to be the compositing, lighting, and setting up the scene for it. So that will be it for the Lamborghini tutorial. I think it's quite worth it though, for the time and everything. Anyways, I think that's good enough. So let's go back here, and now let's attack the blinkers. So this one, like I said, you're going to separate it from the material, from the side panel. So let's isolate this, focus on it. So this material is done entirely by me. I made it. It's not perfect, but it looks good. Anyways, let us get started with that. So we're going to start with, okay, let's give a new material and call this blink. Nothing fancy, blink. So now starting with texture. Normally when I start making a new material, I start with the texturing. That will give us the correct layout. So I need something like a checker texture. So let's go down, checker, and put it in. So scale, we're going to give it a fixed scale of something like 500, and then as usual, Control T and give the object to the vector. And so Shift A, adding a color ramp, and just put that in, then color to the factor, and now just leave the two colors like this because this color ramp is going to change it for us. So anyways, we're going to connect the color ramp to a bump node. So Shift A and vector bump, and just put that in. Well, I have no idea why my system is hanging like this, so but it still works. So let's just go. So leave the strength at a full 1 and connect the color to the height, color of the color ramp to the height, and just leave it at that. As you can see, you're getting some patterns here already. Hold on, as you can see, that's popping out. So it's too white, and anyways, it's glass that is there. So let's just increase the transmission a little bit, something around here, so we can actually see through a little bit, not too much. Yeah, not too much, just increase it, something like 700.7 would be nice enough. Nope, don't do that. So anyways, I need to remove the roughness totally to 0, and we get this nice stuff right here. So that is good enough. That's basically what we need. Let's give the color full white. So, well, I think that is basically all. I thought it would be longer than this. That is basically all. So Now let's go ahead and add the material to this one at the back here. So let's just select this one first. Okay, first of all we want to separate it. So come in here, select one part, L, and then P to separate that part. So now let's just take this one and go to material tab, remove this one, just change it to the blink, and that should do it. So now this one here should be different because it has a different stuff with it. So let's see. Okay, so that's the inside. So let's select this one, P, and separate it too. So now let's just use a new material for it, which, sorry, mistake, select this one and then remove the material. So let's use a new material for that. So let's just give it something that is chrome like. Do we have anything like chrome? You know what, let's just create something new for it. So let's get a full metallic, isolate that, then okay, let's reduce the roughness a bit, give it a full white. Okay, I think this looks good. We need to be sort of shiny. Okay, that looks good enough. So now let's add a new object, which is a text. So Shift A, go to text, and just add that in. So let's change this to the image editor so we can put this in. Open a new image, and let me just put in my reference image for the Lamborghini. Okay, so from here now we can see what is written here. So I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like an R. So let's just go in. First of all, I want to go to this text part here and just change this to the center, and it's 1, 2 to the center, so we can just easily edit what we got here. So now delete this and just capital letter L, and then R, small letter R, then 750, then space dash 4. No, 4. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see. Okay, that was good. So now I just want to change the font to something that looks closely to that. Okay, so I'm going to use this font right here. So just look for something that looks like it closely. So let me just scale this on the Y axis because that's where it's facing, and then come to this geometry part, geometry, and then okay, no, not geometry. Okay, just under transform you see share, and just adjust this a little bit so you can just bend it like so. So yeah, this closely resembles that. So now let's scale it down a lot, and then rotate 90 Z axis, and then rotate 90 again, and on the Y axis, so we can have that. So 3, come over here, G, C, okay, move that closely. Now just scale that down, rotate, move this, rotate some more, scale Z, okay, let's keep it like that. Okay, that seems okay. All right, so now I want to like attach it to this body here. So now we just add in a shrink wrap modifier, but first we need to align it closely to this one so we don't get any nonsense transforms. So now go to the modifier tab and add a shrink wrap modifier, and then just select our stuff here. So after that we want to add, okay, this is looking weird. Okay, let's give it a new material first, or just select this dock, let's leave that there so we can see what we're doing. So now come back to the modifier tab and a new modifier, which is the solidify modifier, and just increase the thickness. Okay, I think it's going the other way. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to the other way, so just invert this. and go the other direction. Why is this? It's not supposed to be like this. The shrink wrap modifier is not near surface project. Okay. You can just change that to project and you have what you can get it right. So let's go back to this solidify modifier and just decrease this to something like minus 0.008 or change this to 5. So it can be as thin as possible. Okay, so now I want to apply this by right clicking and go to convert to mesh. So now we can just go in here, wireframe mode, and then just select the 50 and change the material, add new material, and then assign. Let's give this the car paint, no, red metal. Let's give it that, and this 4. Before we can give it a white material. Nope, not the metallic. White material. This, which one are we going to use? Glue? No, not glue. Rim. We just need a normal material. Okay, let's just create a new one and call it white. Just increase this to full white, and I think that should do it. So now let's see how it looks. Oh, okay, we haven't assigned it yet. Assign, and yeah, that should do it. Let's scale these a little bit on the z-axis. This can be shorter. Yeah, that's nice. So now let me apply my what's it called, the carbon fiber material. So let's start with this one. So by the way, if you want to apply any of your carbon fiber material to any part, you have to unwrap it first, or else it doesn't show up. I made that mistake a lot, and I was confused, like what was going on, and it was solution was so easy. So let's see, I hope I already have it here. Carbon up. Okay, so I quickly went to my other project and grabbed the carbon fiber material. So let's just quickly apply this. Let's see, I believe I have already unwrapped all this, so that will be easy. Come on. Oh, I can't understand why this is so slow like this. Okay, as you can see, it's not showing up because the unwrapping is not, I haven't unwrapped it yet. So just come here, it doesn't have to be perfect, just unwrap it, and it doesn't have to even look like anything, because carbon fiber usually have some kind of mapping problems in real life too. I honestly don't know why. So here I'm going to be separating most of them because the scaling is usually different for them, and it's a lot of work to actually arrange the carbon fiber. So just leave it at that. Oh god, this thing is too slow. It's not usually like this. Okay, this is nice, it's looking good, perfect size. So let's just go back. Let's give the carbon fiber something dark so we can know how it is. So now we need a new material called stripe. Let me see, paint, stripe. Okay, we have one called red metal, glow, car paint. Nope. So we're going to need a new material named stripe. New, call it stripe. PE. So I'm not going to tamper with anything. Just come here and increase the saturation to full 1 and this to full 1 too. Nope, don't change it on. Just saturation to full 1 so we can get a bright red. So now we're going to select something around here. I think this is kind of enough. So let's just take this part here and then apply the red stripe to it. Let's give it something red so we don't have to look there. Let's see how it looks like. So this is looking nice. We have that going on. So now let's apply the materials to this one and this one, this guy and this guy, this guy. So Control L and then link materials. Oh, sorry, Control Z. Select this one last and then Control L, link materials. So now we have that. So let's select each one that needs the red stripe and just apply that. So this one, let's go down here and this line here, let's bevel this. Control B. Not too much. So I think this goes around. So let's just hit the stripe and then assign. Yeah, nice. Let's go back and for here, let's apply it on this part that's down here. So, nope, face select this, apply the stripe. Yeah, that was cool. And then where else does this? Okay, on this side too. So Control R here, and then Alt S it a little bit. You can have a little bit of bulge on it. So, okay, now Control B. This guy, so can be a little bit fat. So now that's it. So let's assign the red stripe material to it. So that will be looking nice. Wow. Oh yeah, that looks good. So this one also needs the carbon fiber material. So let's just give it the carbon. So we haven't unwrapped any of these guys yet. So let's just do that. Whew, this thing is slow. A, and then U, and then unwrap. Then this guy, A, U, unwrap. Okay, cool. So now U2, A, U, unwrap. U, unwrap. So that will be cool. And also this one too needs it. Let's unwrap it first. A, U, and then unwrap. So now let's apply the carbon fiber material to it. So this one right here, this second part of it doesn't need the carbon fiber. It uses the plastic. So let's just add new material, assign, and then look for the plastic, the best plastic to go with it. I think the basic plastic base is cool. Solid, and then go to rendered. See how that looks. It blends in well. Wow, I think you guys can remember this thing is not usually as slow as this. Sometimes it happens, sometimes this happens. So anyways, that is it about it. So I think that's all for this car. We are finally done. So let me just put these tires in their place. Let's get this done. Or you know what, you guys can do this, just mirror the whole thing on the other side and on this side too, and that will be it for the Lamborghini tutorial. Let's check this place out, see how it looks. Wow. Okay, we're kind of having a problem with the UV mapping of this place here, so that can be easily fixed if you use a different UV mapping method. So let's unwrap this and just use the smart UV project. That would be different. I hope to work better. This one doesn't have the car paint. So let's just put that. Okay, as you can see, it works perfect. It works nice. So anyone that has that mapping problem, you can just change the mapping method to smart UV project, and that will work fine. So I don't have time to do other things because of the way my system is behaving right now, although I will make sure that's fixed by my next video. So the next video, all you can expect is just the compositing studio setup and rendering. Anyways, I saw some of you sent your work to me. That was pretty cool. That was nice. I loved it. So I'm going to showcase some of those in the next video. So if you have anything you can do or anything, you can just send it to me even before the compositing tutorial lighting setup. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video so other people can see it and watch the tutorial and create this awesome car. And also subscribe so I can continue to make stuff like this. That if you want me to make stuff like this, so just subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.